Hello everybody. I am trying to get my camera ready. Hope that you are doing well and hope that you had a great weekend. I'm backing up a little bit because I've still got my camera down, the stand scooted down a little bit so that I can stay in the view. It is Monday, July the 18th. I was looking over at the calendar to make sure what date it was. It has been a busy weekend. Hi, whoever's watching. Thank you for stopping by. I did an event at 865 Axe Throwing with Meet Me at the Market. It was great, but it was hot. I'm sure that if anybody was outside Saturday evening, they know exactly how hot it was. Setup was from 3:30 to 5, and it was really hot. If you know what our real red paper cardstock looks like, my face matched it. And then, but it is what it is. Had a good time, met some good people, had some nice tent neighbors, and just had a good time hanging out. The event wasn't very busy, but still, I enjoyed it. But tonight we're talking about watercoloring, and I also want to show you some of the kits. I have some displays ready, and so let's talk a little bit about that, and then we'll get into our card making. This month, Stampin' Up! Is promoting watercoloring. Apparently it's watercolor month for the month of July, so we're going to do a little bit of that with our Fluid 100 watercolor paper and our Aqua painters. I'm sure this one is an old one, but it still works the same as the new ones in the catalog. But let me point the camera down and I'll show you some of the kits that are available that Stampin' Up! Has to offer that you can only buy online. And if they're on there and available, you can get them. If not, then they'll come back around. They're promised for a year. Some of these I have in stock, so if you want them, just let me know. I'll tell you which one I do not have in stock because it's a brand new one. But I'll point the camera down so you can see it. So here's where I tell you, close your eyes and I'll let you know if you get seasick. So I don't want anybody getting sick on me. All right, here we go. Flipping it around. Okay, there's my desk and my work area. Move the fluid watercolor paper. This first one is a cute little kit. I wasn't sure how well I would like it. This is the display board I made for it. It's the Robot Buddies Kids Card Kit. That's what they're billing it as or advertising it. So you get 9 cards in the kit. I stamped them and did them exactly like the kit. It displays them. In the kit, there's 3 of that one. Let me move it up. 3 of that one and 3 of that card. Oops. The dimensionals did not stay. They are in one of my bags. That adhesive does not stick on them. It comes with a block and 2 ink spots. Pumpkin Pie and Bermuda Bay. It comes with all of these little googly eyes. You can see that I used the googly eyes on the cards. It also comes with the stamp set. Sorry, I got to turn it a little bit. And 9 envelopes, some more of these little bubbles to make sayings, and 2 sheets of stickers. So this little thing tells you exactly what's in the kit. So when I set it up, because I already had them on hand, that's what I was charging because delivery fee. But if you order them online, I believe it's like $23. So there you go. But then, so there's the Robot Buddies kit. You can order it online off my website. So there's the Robot Buddies. It's cute. You can design your cards however you want. You don't have to make them exactly like they are in the kit. but it gives you instructions. Super cute. The next one that I had with me was this Notes of Cheer. This one is not a stamping kit. It's just a craft kit. So you can make 3 of those, 3 of these cute little butterflies, and 3 of these. Here's the envelopes. And it comes with step-by-step instructions, pre-cut pieces, 9 cards, 3 of each design, printed envelopes, these beautiful little faceted gems, and all the adhesive to make your project. And I believe that kit online is $12. And then this Nourish and Flourish kit, Stampin' Up! Is doing this kit to help us make a difference. With the Nourish and Flourish kit, food scarcity is an issue facing communities across the globe, and with your help, we hope to make a difference. With every Nourish and Flourish kit purchased by you, we're donating $3 to organizations fighting to end food scarcity. So again, this kit makes 9 cards, 3 of that design, 3 of this design, and 3 of this design, and you get 9 printed envelopes. There's 3 of them. And you get these pearls, a whole little pack, the dimensionals, and all the adhesive to put it together. There's no stamping in this kit. And, oh, I don't have it in here with me. You get a lunch bag. It's still out in my stuff, but it's a beautiful little lunch bag. I won't run and get it, but if you look in your goodness, I'm sorry, if you look in the mini catalog, the July to December, it's at the very front of the book. There's a lunch bag. It's pretty good size, and it's insulated, and it comes with that kit. And the kit is only $39 plus tax and shipping. And $3 of that goes to the cause that Stampin' Up! Is helping support this time around. All right, so let's get into stamping. I believe I'm going to use the same stamp set that I used last week. Hand pen Petals. Just because I like it so much. And we are going to do some watercoloring. Oh, before I get too far in, Saturday, did your all's paper pumpkin kits come? We are going to do our paper pumpkin get together at Panera Bread at 11. So if you want to come and craft together, you're welcome to. Hope to see you there. It'll be fun. We sit together, we craft a little bit, we grab something to eat from Panera, we eat, drink, craft a little bit more, and just have a grand time. All right, this fluid watercolor paper is kind of thick, of course, because it's watercolor paper. So the water doesn't run too much. Let me grab a block. This one's kind of big, but it'll work. Needs to be for that stamp. I am going to grab a paper piercing mat. Put my design on there. Yes, it is fun at Panera. And you just, all right, it'll fit right there. This is called a no-line watercolor. So I'm going to stamp my image with Sahara Sand, just a light color. Make sure it's so light I can barely see that it's stamped or inked. All right, and stamp that on there. Oh, it's there. Yay. off to the side. And everybody loved the color combination last week, so let's see if I can remember what it was. And we'll see if we can do a same kind of variation. It was Gorgeous Grape. Well, I know I didn't put the colors away, or I probably, well, I should have. Where's my Gorgeous Grape? Well, that's where it's supposed to be. It's right here on my desk. Gorgeous Grape. And we're going to use Bermuda Bay. And Garden Green. All right. Pretty sure that's the same color combination. I'm just poking through the cards from last week. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Thought I dropped them in this bucket and I don't see them. That's what I get for thinking. Found it. It's in another spot. So we'll be able to tell the difference in the watercoloring. So to watercolor with our Aqua painter, you squeeze a little bit of ink in the top of your ink pad or ink stamp pad. Get a little bit there. And then you let this watercolor or water tip pull some of that up. And then, hold on, let me grab a piece of paper so that's not so as dark as you want it. You just pull up some more. I haven't done this in a long time, guys, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm not squeezing that because I don't want a whole lot out. Let it pull up some more. So as dark as you want it or as light as you want it, just depending is how much you put on there. And then of course you'll have to either let that dry good. I'm going to dab some water off on that paper. Soak up some more color, if it will. There we go. Paint this other flower. Oop, that's a little dark. Move it around. This is definitely one way to get some inky fingers. And I am being very careful and not squeezing this barrel at all, but it is definitely squishing some water out. And it's taken a little bit long to dry. So I'm not tipping the paper at all. So let's dab some of that off. Add some more color over here. If you didn't want it to bubble up that much, you could use one of the let's see, what is it called that I used last week? Blender pen. This is definitely a lot messier tonight than what I used last week. And just to clean the tip of your pen, just dab it off on your grid paper or an extra little piece of paper that you got laying on your desk. That way you don't mix your colors. Because that's the only two that are Gorgeous Grape or a variation thereof. I'm going to put the cap back on that and grab a piece of paper towel and dab that water out of there because I don't want that on my ink pad. If you have the ink refills, you can dab a little bit of that on a block, like drop some on your block and then pick it up from your block. And I don't have ink refills of those. That's why I'm doing it this way. So squish your ink pad, get a little bit on the top of your pad or the case. My tip is wet, so I'm not going to squeeze any, but I'm just going to let it pick up that color. And then go in here and color these little flowers. Probably could have spritzed the paper first and it would have worked a little better maybe, because now it's having a hard time soaking in. Add a little bit more to these. You can see that moving when I tilt the paper. Oops, that really gushed some out there. I don't want it to do that. All right, those are painted. The tip is no longer Bermuda Bay. Paper towel so we get the water out of the top of the ink pad. And now for our garden green, just squeeze it a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of water on those first, see if that helps. Get our paper wet and see what it does. Oop, that pulled the green over there, or the Bermuda Bay. Let's add a little dark. definitely something that I am not used to doing. Oh, that leaf is pretty. And now you can either wait for it to dry. Let's add a little bit more green out here. It feels messy, Becky, and see how that garden green... Oh! I just dropped water out of the lid. Paper towel, paper towel, paper towel. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. It's okay. We all live and learn. That's okay. Blot that out, get the green out of that. And you don't need a whole lot in your blender pen, obviously. Especially when it goes in the cap too, and then you spill it on your project. So let's lay that to the side. Soak the water out of our stamp case. There we go. All right. Now we either wait and let that dry, or I know that if I get my heat gun and blow it on there, it's going to go poof and blow those puddles. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to lay that to the side for a minute while I get the colors and the cardstock, and we'll let it dry for a few minutes and see what happens. And then I may blot it. So let's lay that up there. It's not too bad. So Coastal Cabana. Oh, it was Coastal Cabana last time. This time we're using Bermuda Bay. So it's a piece of scrap. We'll see if we got it 8.5. Yep. By 5.5. And we'll score it at 4.25. Yay! And then Gorgeous Grape. Oh, too short. Is going to be, I'm going to measure it off the other card. 4 by 5.25. And then we need a piece of basic white. Actually, we're just going to go with this. It's starting to dry. Kinda ish. All right, layer that. All right, let's pull this little piece back in. That's the fluid watercolor paper. And now, because it's not dry, I'm just going to pat it and we're going to see what happens straight down. Awesome. Oh, look at the back of this paper towel. And then let me grab the die pinned flowers. We're going to play some more. I'm not done. I saw a couple of videos and it's like, oh, let's try that. Let's try that. So one of those leaves, because I dabbed it, is not as green, garden green, as I would like for it to be, but it's okay. That's all about the watercolor, right? So that's really faint and really soft. It still needs white. Let's get basic white. No, let's go with very vanilla. Because that fluid paper looks a little off white-ish to me. So this is going to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. Stamp our sentiment first. I remembered that this time. We'll go with the dark Memento. Like stamp before you put it on the paper, right? So we've got two sides if we mess up one of those sides. All right, let's grab some dimensionals. There's a little piece that didn't cut out. If your paper is super wet, you may need to let it dry longer than what I have before you start putting any adhesive on the back of it, because it might not stick. So mine still feels a little damp. All right, put it like that. And now some rhinestones, because we all like some bling. I like both of these cards. I just give them a little press so that they will stick for sure. All right, here is the one from last week where I used the watercolor pencils and the blender pen. There we go. And that's Coastal Cabana and Gorgeous Grape. Tonight I used the Fluid 100 watercolor paper and the Aqua painter. So it was definitely more wet and I had to let it dry, and then I dabbed it, and that's how that leaf turned that color. And these colors are Bermuda Bay and Gorgeous Grape. So that's that for those. But let's do one more thing with the fluid water paper. So I'm going to cut it to this size, which was 3.5 by 4 3/4. Well, it would help if I made that blade go through it. That is definitely thicker than my cardstock. And now, trim that side off because that's a little fuzzy. Probably need a new blade on my paper trimmer. Let me grab the gel paper, or this mat, so it protects my, oops, still fuzzy. And now let's play. So I'm going to get this wet. I'm squeezing water out onto the paper. I'm not sure if you can see it. There we go. It's getting wet. Yep, you can see it. All right, I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. And we're going to play with these colors and Coastal Cabana. Let me find that one. So I'll put it on the bottom. Actually, I'll start with it and put Bermuda Bay on the top or bottom. And well, it's not right where I wanted it to be. Hang on. I'm going to let that soak for just a second. I'll be right back. Like you think you know where your stamp sets are, and I found it. This is one of the celebration sets, so we're going to play with it. All right, first we're going to do similar to what we did with our paper when we painted the flowers. Got to squeeze some of that to the top. Set these up to the top. Grab some of this color, and I'm just gonna put it on the paper. But you did find me, Sharon. Yay! And you can make it as light or as dark, as close to the top, as close to the sides as you want. No particular order. Let me grab my scrap paper. And my paper towel to get the water out of the top of my stamp lid. Squeeze a little bit more gorgeous grape. Come on, lighten up a little bit. There we go. Just make you some blocks like that. Save the link, Sharon, so you'll find me next week. and for all of the fun announcements. All right, and again to blot the top so that I don't get water in my, I'm gonna pull that oops, silly me. And pop that. Let's get a little more. Let that pull some of that up. So you can make your own color blocks. And then, like I said, you'll need to let it dry before you try to stamp on it or use your heat gun. So I'm gonna get the color out of my Aqua painter. And you just rub it on a piece of scrap until it stops showing that color, or on your grid paper. The tip may be a little discolored, but just run it on your paper until it stops showing whatever color you last painted with. I believe we're there. Yep. So I'm going to lay that to the side and get the water out of the top of my lid so it doesn't get water in my ink. All right, and now let me grab my heat gun. I'm going to dry it a little bit. You don't want to burn your paper. All right, it's dry enough to stamp on. So now I'm gonna say, get the one that says hey. And our memento. And I'm gonna stamp it right here. And here. And here. And I think that's enough. And then I'm gonna say, I miss you. If I can find it. There it is. get the stamp. Just so it's got a little more cushion underneath it. Huh, pretty. All right, and now to lay that to the side, let's grab our paper trimmer and get the card base. So we'll go with, I like it too. That's pretty cool. And you just need the stamp pads that you've already got and some, you can do that on glimmer paper. So let's finish the card out. Let's do it on the gorgeous, let's do Gorgeous Grape again as our middle part. And I'm liking Bermuda Bay as our base. It's a little deeper. So 5.5. Scored at 4.25. And then our Gorgeous Grape is 5.25. Yes, Panera is Saturday. 4 by 5.25. At 11. Did you get your paper pumpkin yet? Did it come in the mail? I need to make reservations with your Uber driver. I love it. I can help too if you need that. Mine has, yours has not. Interesting. Mine comes Saturday, so it should be here soon. And using the heat gun to dry this, ooh, that's small. It's all right though. I think somebody's measurements were off. Don't know who that would have been. Have no clue at all. Let's get some more bling. Hey, there's 5 left on it. Let's use them. Let's put one right there and there. Yay! So there's with the fluid watercolor paper. Golly, my measurements were off on that one. And those two were with the same colors, Bermuda Bay and Gorgeous Grape. This lighter one was last week with Coastal Cabana and Gorgeous Grape. So there's different things that you can do with your Aqua painter, which is this little guy. And this was with the blender pen and the pencils. So there you have it for tonight. So let me know, which one do you like best? I I like this kind of design. I'm not sure I'm super fond of those flowers. I like these flowers better. What do you guys like? I'm watching the comments. And you're still chatting about Saturday. This amazing phrasing celebration set is pretty cool. You like the first one better? I do too. And Becky likes the last one. I like these big, amazing, chunky letters, and I like this little font. Pretty good. All right, I won't keep you up all night. Thank you guys for watching. I will get this also uploaded to the YouTube channel. So if you catch me over there, you can like and subscribe if you don't already. And tell your friends. Not a friend of that. That one's a little messy. So, and everybody has their preferences. This one's my favorite. Just showing you different things that the blenders and the watercoloring can do. So, and somebody messed up her measurements on this one. So, there's that too. All right, have a good night, and I will see you Saturday. If you come to Panera, bring your kits. Hopefully everybody's new paper pumpkin will arrive by then. It is hard to choose. And don't forget the new one for August looks like it's sunflowers, and it's got another free gift in it and all that jazz. So it'll be a good one. All right, good night, everybody. Have a great week. Stay cool. If you have bad storms, hope you don't get blown away. And I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.